I want to share a quick word with you. You see, when God makes a promise to you, it's important that you understand that you are a co-creator with God. Let me say it again. You are a co-creator with God. So just because God said a promise or made a promise to you doesn't mean that it will come to pass. You have a part to play in bringing the promise and the blessing to pass. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. Now, the Bible said that God spoke a second time. Now, to create is to speak into being. So the first time he spoke, let there be heaven and the earth. The heaven was in the right shape, but the earth was filled with darkness. He had to speak a second time. Even God had to speak a second time. And I want to encourage you. You need to start speaking again over your situations. Speak a second time over your health. The first time you spoke, probably it didn't work. Speak again. You see, one of the things I do when I'm believing God for something, I keep speaking over that thing consistently. I keep speaking. I have scriptures I'm using. I'm speaking over that situation. I keep speaking over it. I don't relent until it happens. Listen, you are the prophet of your destiny. You must learn to speak over situations. If you don't like a particular thing happening in your life, with your finances, in any area of your life, you must speak, be precise, and keep speaking over it until it becomes what you want it to be. The Bible said, calling things that are not as though they were. You have to call them by what you want them to be. Your children, speak over them. Speak over them. When my son was born, there were some wrong diagnoses. There were some negative diagnoses. I don't want to mention some of them. So when the doctor said that, different doctors said different negative diagnoses, and some of those things they said were actually happening to the child. Yes, some of what they said were actually happening to the child, like congestion, So what I did, by the grace of God, I understood the power of spoken word. So I wrote down scriptures. I documented scriptures that has to do with divine health. And myself and my wife, we raised an altar for our son. So every night at 9 p.m., every night, no matter where I am, we are praying for my son. We are speaking over him. We kept speaking over him. As I'm talking to you, none of those negative diagnoses can be traced to him. Not one, not even one, not one. And if I mention some of them, you will be amazed. Every one of those diagnoses fizzled out, disappeared. You look at the child, you just see the beauty. In fact, this morning, I was with my son and my wife looked at him and said, sometimes it's difficult for me to believe that this is my son, because it's by the grace of God, the beauty and the love and the strength of this child, you can't believe. This is a child that was born, and 9 days after his birth, we took him back to the intensive unit. 9 days, he was placed on oxygen 9 days after he was born. Different negative diagnosis, but when we started speaking, everything was corrected. I want to tell you, speak over that situation. Speak over your health. Speak over your finances. Speak over your career, your ministry, your marriage, your children. Speak over your spouse. Stop complaining. Listen, let me tell you, the power, death and life is in the power of the tongue. Death and life, they are in the power of the tongue. Stop complaining. Whatever you keep complaining about will multiply. It will keep multiplying as long as you are complaining about it. Stop complaining and start speaking. That thing you want to see, all right? Your spouse is not kind. Tell the person, you are very kind. I love you so much. You are so kind. Start telling the person and start speaking it. Say the things you want to see. Say the things you want to see. Your child is stubborn. When you are speaking to the child, tell the child, you know you are an obedient child. You are very obedient. You listen to instruction. You obey instruction. You listen to instruction. I love you so much, my baby. Say what you want to see. And that child will adapt and enter the shape, will become what you want him to be. All right? Stop saying what you don't want to see. The reason that some of you are reproducing bad news is because you keep speaking bad news. You are broke. You keep saying, I'm broke. Oh, I'm sick. This marriage is not working. I don't know what is wrong with me. This country is not working. You keep saying wrong things over yourself, over your marriage, over your health, your finances. You will keep seeing it happen to you because you are saying it. All right? Say what you want to see. The Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. You got to say what you want to see, and you will see it come to pass just the way you said. Let me finalize by saying this. I am where I spoke into being yesterday. I am living in the future that I spoke about yesterday. There was a time I was in Nigeria. I was a teenager. We were struggling. We could not pay bills. And I went to my mother. She was a widow. She's still a widow. My father just passed at that moment, that season. We were struggling. And I told my mother, told my siblings, time will come. I'll be living in the United States and I'll take care of you guys. Everything I told them came to pass. Everything. Listen, you need to say stop complaining, stop nagging, and stop being bitter. Stop feeling like the whole world is against you, and say the things you want to see. Only say what you want to see. All right? If you keep saying it, consistently. Be consistent. Don't change. You keep saying it. God told Joshua, this word should not depart from your mouth. Keep saying it consistently. You will see it come to pass. All right? God bless you.